Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. Today is, what's today? Today's Monday. And I'm packing up some orders that need to go out today from over the weekend. Wanted to highlight a few. We have 18 orders over the weekend. Still not, the best. Still not up to what things were like at the end of last year. But some high dollar items went this past weekend, so kind of made up for the lack of volume. So just get right into it. I'm gonna package these up. We'll go over a little more details on these. First, the Star Trek t-shirt. Not a high dollar item, but I did want to kind of go over that because I did get a few of those. Pyrex bowl here. This is a just like a little Matchbox car. 2 crystal glasses here. Not this stuff. This is newer stuff, but a CD, Brett Spinner, Star Trek. And an XFL Spalding football. So, and then I'm going to go over one thing that I did pick up today. Pretty cool find. And we'll talk about that towards the end. Otherwise, we're going to go right into the first item, just kind of package it up, and give you a little more details about it. Alright, the first thing I wanted to bring up here is Star Trek t-shirts. This is the original Star Trek. This is, I can never pronounce her name right, but Uhura? Sorry, but if you're Star Trek, you know who this character is. And picked up 3 t-shirts. They're all brand new. They don't have like a regular tag, but they kind of have this little QR code tag on them. Found these at the Goodwill. They were $3.59 each shirt. And I already sold one, which was a Star Trek 4 The Voyage Home, and it had a Save the Whales on it. This Port and Company is the maker. And does this one have a date? The other one had a date on it. I think it said 2000. Here it is, yeah. 2001. So not vintage at all, just a few years old. And that one sold. I listed it, and it sold within about a couple of days. It's Save the Whales, Star Trek 4. This one here took about a week, but this one sold as well, too. Again, I picked it up for $3.59 at the Goodwill, and sold for, this one sold for $15. The other one, I had full asking on that one, and that one went at $25. I have one more shirt that I found at the same time, and that was Star Trek, the movie Part 2, The Wrath of Khan. So I have one more of those. That one's listed at $25, and hopefully that goes for full asking. I'm going to get this packaged up here. We're going to get this weighed out, so this should be under about 10 ounces or so. Forgot exactly what I put down on there, but I'll get this packaged up and ready to go. Uhura, that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, I am a Star Trek fan. Grew up with the Next Generation, though, which leads us into our next item, Star Trek item. So 2 Star Trek items sold over the weekend. One from the original series, and this one here from Next Generation. Brett Spinner, Old Yellow Eyes is back. CD. He is Data on Star Trek The Next Generation. That's what he looks like on the TV show. There's the CD there. Now, I had no idea this was worth anything. I'm a fan of Star Trek. Saw this at the flea market. Got it for $2. And decided I'm a fan of Star Trek, so I bought it. Turns out, these have sold for... Well, this sold for $81. $81 CD. And they're all right around that price range. Around 80, 70, 80... I think I saw a sold comp somewhere 90 or so for this guy. No idea really why it's worth that much. I guess it's pretty rare. I thought about keeping it, but I listened to the songs. It's not really not really something I was going to really listen to at all. So posted it, $81. So $2.81. This will go media mail, so it should go pretty cheaply as far as postage goes. I'm going to go get this weighed out and sent off. Next one here on the list. Oh, I did want to mention one thing. If you guys have a question about mailing things out, and I know one question or one things I hear from other people is media mail and when and how to use it. So media mail is anything basically with media on it. Primarily, I use it for DVDs and CDs. Perfectly fine sending by media mail. You could run into an issue with combined shipping. So if you buy like a CD and then someone else buys like one of these cars, if you're putting them together, you're combining shipping, you can't send it media mail anymore because it's media plus something else. It has to be only media. And I've sent box sets of DVDs, so things that weigh 1 to 2 pounds, and it goes media mail. The shipping is significantly cheaper compared to even just first class. What else have I shipped? I think you could ship books, but look at the rules. Look it up on Google, because I don't think I've sent a book recently via media mail. I'm trying to remember if I've sent a book via media mail. I don't think I have. I've only done CDs and DVDs. So there are some rules as far as how many pages the book can have. But look at the rules, look online, and the USPS website will have all the rules on there. But I do primarily CDs, DVDs via media mail. Next item here is a Matchbox car, Dirt Superstars. I actually met somebody in the parking lot of Goodwill. They were headed out to a local flea market that's held once a month. And unfortunately, that flea market was not hosting anybody that day. So the guy ended up at Goodwill, ran into me there buying toys, and said, hey, do you want to look at some cars? And usually I don't, meet up with people in parking lots unless I'm doing like a Craigslist deal or a Facebook deal. But this, fairly older gentleman. He was pretty cool, and I went outside, and sure enough, he had a bunch of these cars like this. Another, it's still Matchbox, but another, I guess, the version, not the Dirt. Forget what the other one's called, but he had a whole bunch of these. I got them all for each for $2 a car, and they're going for about $15. I've accepted some lower offers on these, but none lower than $10. I think the lowest offer I took was $12, but $12 to $15 on a $2 car, pretty good. Just what I'll do with this one is just wrap it a couple times in bubble wrap, and then throw it in a bubble mailer and send it off, and they've all arrived successfully. Now, not a high dollar item, a high profit item, but they're selling quick. They're going very fast. Posted them, and the first one went about 2 days after I posted it, and almost, so far it's been probably about 4 weeks of these are going out. So another one sold. Get this one wrapped up, and I definitely want to show you guys how to wrap this this glassware too. I'm gonna do another item that I don't have to wrap at all, and then we'll go from there, and I'll show you how to wrap these glass products and get them out safely. All right, now the next item is a big one. Spalding XFL football vintage. This isn't the new one with the Rock. This was the old WWF. Not sure if they were WWE at that time or not, but they started their own football league. I did go to a few games. They had a San Jose team, I think, or a San Francisco team. I'm not sure. I think it was San Francisco. But we did go to the game. I didn't get this football at the game, but this football I found at the Goodwill. It was $3.59 for this football, and you won't believe what it sold for, and that was $135. Did take a while to sell. It took about pick this up. It's got to be at least 4 weeks ago now. So 4 weeks. Took about 4 weeks. Spent $3.59. Sold $135. And this is going to go out in a Uline 12 by 8 by 6 box. And this will go out on Monday. XFL. Keep your eye out for XFL footballs. Even the tiny ones go for good money, but these bigger full-size ones, $135. Now the next item is a Pyrex dish. A little rectangular here. Casserole dish. This is the, sure we can get that on there. Not sure if you can see that, but Pyrex 575-B. It's a 2-quart, made in the USA. Has daisies on the side. It's kind of a pink. It's a pink salmon color dish. There we go. This was a Goodwill find. This one picked up a little bit more pricier, on the pricier end. I think this was $11.59 at Goodwill. They tend to price up Pyrex. You can still find it for pretty good prices, but the larger pieces, similar to this, generally will be $10 or more. Sometimes it'll be about $8. But this pattern, though, and with Pyrex, you always want to look up the pattern, scan it with Google Image. You can look up that number on the back. They do have a number on the back. Look it up. And this one sold for $112 right there. So $11 into $112. Now, Pyrex is pretty durable. Let me make sure I can get everything in the shot here. Roll it down a little bit. Pyrex is pretty durable, but we are still going to wrap it pretty well. I got my bubble wrap here. This is a 12 inches wide. I have it folded in, so that way it's double. It's already double bubble wrapped here. Boom. And this is how I wrap all my glassware products, even mugs, ceramic, anything breakable will get wrapped in this manner. And the cost of the bubble wrap to me is relatively cheap. And I don't want it to get broken. So I'm going to wrap it, boom, 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 once. Double bubble wrapped once. And one more time. We're going to wrap it one more time. I'm going to fold that over. Boom. So that way it gets 4 layers of bubble wrap on each side. Let me just check one. Let me count. 2, 3, 4. Boom. We're going to cut that off. Make sure you get that. Toss that to the side. And then take that off, and there we go. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of bubble wrap on my breakable products. Now again, Pyrex is pretty durable, so I don't have confidence it'll make it there safely, but I'm still going to wrap it in this manner. Tape off those sides. Quick little, there we go. Boom. Oops. I think I hit the camera there. Boom, boom, boom. There's the Pyrex right there. All wrapped up, ready for a box. This is going to fit into a 12 by, I have it right here. 12 by 8 by 6 box. Now what I'm going to do is put this over to this right there, put this over to the side really quick. Let's just get this box prepped and ready to go. Just take a little tape. I just take a little tape like this just because it, you know, these boxes don't stick down as I'm trying to tape them shut. So I usually take a little bit of tape, just kind of hold it down for me. And then, boom, get that off right there. Bit of tape. Okay. That around, boom, boom. I'm going to take a little bit of padding. I'm going to put it on the bottom really quick. And I get my Whole Food bags. I do a lot of orders from Whole Foods. Use that for my packaging material. It is a little bit heavier than packaging paper, but you know, you need to account for that when you account for your shipping, your packaging material when you're doing your overall weight for the package. One of the keys with breakables is they don't move during transit. So they're nice, got cushiony, got a little bit of extra, that bubble wrap kind of creates a nice little cushion on each corner there. It's got 4 layers protecting it here, here, here. I'm going to drop one more piece of packaging paper on top, right here. And that way, boom, boom, there's no movement of the breakable item inside the box. Because I have the last broken item I had. But I can't really get that right. Okay. Close. Okay. So okay, see? This box doesn't want to stay closed. Okay. The last broken item I had, and it was kind of my fault, and I should have done a little bit of a better job packaging it, was a Tiffany style turtle lamp. It was small. It wasn't a big lamp. And I should have wrapped the turtle shell, which was glass. Should have wrapped that independently of the base, which was a metallic base, and it, you know, probably just moved around and ended up cracking the shell and resulted in a refund. So I'd rather do this, make sure everything's packaged up nice, and a little bit extra packaging, maybe too much packaging, but I'd rather get there nice and complete, customers happy, and no refunds. There we go. Okay, got 3 pounds on that, and I've already taken that into consideration when I've put the listing up. I made sure to account for any packaging material and all that, so we should be good to go. And the final item I'll be sharing with you guys to ship out are these 2 crystal, very nice crystal rocks glasses. These are Baccarat. See a little symbol. I hope it comes out in the camera with that little symbol on the bottom. That's what you want to look for. Baccarat. Anything Baccarat you find out there. Of course, you know, it goes for a lot of money. So some people know what it is and they'll try to sell it to you for that price. Some don't. Sometimes you might get lucky. These we found at Goodwill. $2.19 for each of them. And they sold, what did they sell for? I took an offer. Of $140 for both of these. Now, these do have a couple of condition issues. There's a little crack right here on this one. It's right about there. A little chip, not a crack, a chip. They just have a few chips around the edges right around here. So I'm going to be extra careful when packaging these. No chips around the rim, which is good. And again, I'm going to quadruple, is that right? Or 4 layers of bubble wrap on each of those. Put those in a little bit of a bigger box than I normally would. Just because they've sold for a higher dollar amount. And of their, just because they're fragile. So, let's see here. And wrap all these. Trying to decide. Probably just go this manner here. 1. Remember where your other line is at. Not really that critical. Kind of see the other layer underneath there. Gonna cut that off now. Boom, 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 boom. I'm not gonna cut off the excess on this one. I'm just gonna leave it on there. It's, you know, for me, you know, the bubble wrap, the cost for me comes out to, for this type, probably about 18 cents right here. This, you know, this amount of bubble wrap here that I'm using, maybe about 25 cents for the bubble wrap. It's not, for me, it's not that expensive, the bubble wrap. I get it for $73 a roll. It is 750 feet of bubble wrap. I get it from Uline. And that does include that $73 a roll includes what it costs to ship it to my house. Now, Uline for me is not that far. It's only about 6 hours away up in Reno. So, yeah, your mileage may vary depending on where you live in the country. I have that more. Oh, here we go. Depending on where you live in the country, I don't know what your shipping costs would be for this, but obviously if it's higher, you know, you gotta find the right price, so that way your shipping supplies don't eat so much into your budget. Don't forget to account for your shipping supplies, you know, when you are buying items as well too, because sometimes it might not even be worth it. Dog hair. As it might not even be worth it to buy the item because it's going to cost so much to ship it out. Shipping supplies, maybe the dimensions of the item, the size of box that you need to get for that. You know, there are a lot of free box options. You can go on Craigslist, you can go on Facebook Marketplace, save your Amazon boxes, family members. You know, I get boxes from all over the place. So, I'm always telling everybody, save your boxes, I will use them. Did I not the other way with this? Oh, man. They're not. Kind of threw me off here because I was using... What happened here? Kind of thrown off a little bit because I kind of take one section of the bubble wrap to another. Let's get kind of... what happened there? Doggone it. Okay. Let's see this. Okay. Okay. Problem with bubble wrap. There's one I didn't account for. What do you want me to do? We're just going to take this, save us the headache. Boom, boom, boom. And just probably wrap this a little more than it needs to be. I'm going to try to think all this. Of course, now I'm getting all this little... Alright, there we go. Oh well, it's a lot of bubble wrap, probably way more than enough, but it's annoying me right now, and I just want to get this wrapped up and get this boxed up. Okay, so that's all done. It's pretty wrapped up now, wrapped up more than what it needs. This will go in a same box that I boxed up the Pyrex in a 12 by 8 by 6 box. I'll throw down a little bit of extra padding on the bottom. These are not going to clank together. Lay these right on top of the packaging material. Some packaging material on top, just so they don't move around. And we're good to go. Now, the last thing I wanted to share with you guys today. Yesterday was Sunday. We went to Goodwill. A couple of Goodwills. Still training at work, so I went in late in the day. And I was looking at the glass at one of the Goodwills we stopped at, and this was in there. Apple box. I actually saw it like this And so I saw the connector, immediately thought, you know, it's an old school, one of the old school iPods. There they are in the back. Box, maybe the iPod's in there or not. So, but sometimes the boxes can be, the old Apple boxes can be valuable. Not super valuable, but people are looking for them. Either way, pull it out. I see iPod AV connection kit. Alright, let me see if it has any value. Not very much. But I noticed when I picked it up, it was kind of heavy. Like, kind of odd. The price I paid was $22 at Goodwill. Boom, opened it up. Just some wires and stuff inside. But upon opening the packages, this is what I found. Not one iPod. And mind you, it is working an iPod. This iPod. And that is working. Great condition too. Look at that. Look at that condition on these. But a third iPod at Goodwill. $22. $20 and like 19 cents from the glass. And again, in a box, they probably should have been priced up more had they known the iPods were in there. You usually price the iPods around $40 to $50 when I've seen them there at Goodwill. But no one there took the opportunity, you know, took the time to go through the box. And maybe other people had seen it and not gone through the box. Who knows how long it was sitting there for. But by the time I got there, I went in, checked the box, and sure enough, 3 iPods. The 60 gigabyte goes for about between $40 to $50. This one goes for about the same. This one goes for about $40 as well. And this one goes for about $30. So a little over $100 in iPods there. Not a huge score, but still, I mean, kind of cool still to find these iPods. You know, they're not as valuable, you know, as they used to be, but they still, you know, hold some great value. And the fact that they're seem to be working perfectly fine. So always check your boxes at Goodwill. You know, I found some great items just by, you know, looking at empty boxes. Raspberry Pi computer kit. I found one. It was just in a little brown box. Opened it up. Turned out to be a Raspberry Pi 4. Ended up selling that for $300. I found some Philips Sonicare toothbrushes. Brand new. 2 toothbrush, the handle and everything. 2 of them, again, brown box. You know, didn't have no writing on the outside. Opened it up, boom, they were in there. Ended up decided to keep those, but those I think were somewhere around $100 too for both of them as well. So check your boxes. Always go through boxes, especially, you know, it says right there AV connection kit. That AV thing wasn't even in there, so. What was in there? 3 iPods. More valuable than the AV kit. So, check your boxes. Goodwill, flea market. I know some people don't like to go through those boxes in the flea market. But we found gold, diamond rings. I remember finding this Sanrio little Hello Kitty tiny wrist pocket thing that was, I think, 50 cents. And we ended up selling that for $75. So, dig through those boxes, open things up, feel the weight. You know, if you notice something's off, check it out. You never know what you're going to find in there. Otherwise, I'll leave you guys with that. And see you guys in the next video. Please like, thumbs up. Please watch the video. And we'll see you guys next time. Thank you.